time in this video, we'll tackle about Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is simply defined as a widely used commercial word processor designed by Microsoft. Microsoft Word is a component of the Microsoft Office suite of productivity software but can also be purchased as a standalone product. Microsoft Word is a word processor developed by Microsoft. It was first released on October 25, 1983, under the name Multi-Tool Word for Xenex Systems. Subsequent versions were later written for several other platforms including IBM PCS running, DOS Apple Macintosh, running the classic Mac OS AT and P, Unix PC, Atari Street OS 2, Microsoft Word Windows, SCO Unix, and Mac OS. Commercial versions of Word are licensed as a standalone product or as a component of Microsoft Office, Windows RT, or the discontinued Microsoft Word suite. Microsoft Word Viewer and Office Online are freeware edition of Word with limited features. Who invented Microsoft Word? Software developers Richard Brody and Charles Simonyi. Who is Richard Brody? Richard Brody is an American computer programmer and author. He was the original creator of Microsoft Word. After leaving Microsoft, he became a motivational speaker and authorized best-selling books. Richard Brody, born November 10, 1959, age of 62 years old, and Charles Simonyi is a Hungarian-American software architect. He started and led Microsoft Application Group, where he built the first version of Microsoft Office. He co-founded and led international software with the aim of developing and marketing this concept of international programming. Charles Simonyi, born on September 10, 1948, age of 73 years old. The history of Microsoft. Microsoft Word, known also just a Word, is word processing software in the flagship product of Microsoft. It is an integral part of the Microsoft Office suite of products and is the most widely used word processor in the world. In fact, it is estimated that Word is running on more than a billion devices worldwide. The first ever version of Microsoft Word, Word 1.0, was launched in October 1983 and developed by former Xerox programmers Charlie Simonyi and Richard Brody. The two are hired by Microsoft founders Bill Gates and Paul Allen. In 1981, at this time, Word was called Multi-Tool Word. It was designed for use on computers that run the Unix operating system. Word was a what you see is what you get program. This meant that however a document looked on screen was how it would look once printed. Word let use create, save and print text documents, but it wasn't an instant success, perhaps because it was competing with the hugely popular WordPerfect and WordStar word processing programs. The second version, version 2.0, was released in 1985 with added features including spell check and word count. Over the following years, Microsoft recoded the programs a number of times so that it could work on different operating systems, including DOS, or we call Disk Operating System, and Macintosh. The name was also changed to the shorter and more memorable Word. In 1993, Microsoft released Word 6.0, which worked on Macintosh. Windows and DOS. Word 6.0 was the last version created to run on DOS and the last version to be identified by version number. Subsequent versions were named after the year of release. Since then, Microsoft has released a new version of Word at least every 2 years. The most recent release was at the end of 2019 with Word 2019, part of Office 365. Microsoft founder Bill Gates and Paul Allen in 1951. Bill Gates is an American business magnate, software developer, investor, author, and philanthropist. He is a co-founder of Microsoft along with his late childhood friend Paul Allen. Bill Gates, born on October 28, 1955, at the age of 66 years old. Paul Allen was an American business magnate, computer programmer, researcher, investor, and philanthropist. He co-founded Microsoft Corporation with childhood friend Bill Gates in 1975, which helped spark the microcomputer revolution of the 1970s and 1980s. Paul Allen, born in January 21, 1953. CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella. Today, Word and the whole Office suite is highly integrated and runs on OS X, Android and iOS, as well as Windows. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, has said that Office is the company's most important API, or we call application programming interface. The latest version of the software is for 2019. Like its spreadsheet counterpart, Excel, Word has been given a number of updates to improve its functionality and ensure it keeps up with the changing computing times. Features of Word included translator, learning tools, digital pen, icons, and SVGs, or we call scalable vector graphics. One of the features of Word is Translator. Translator is Word can now translate words and sentence into other language using the Microsoft Translator tool, which sits under the Review tab. This function has also been added to Excel, OneNote, and PowerPoint. The second is Learning Tools. This feature helps make your document easy to comprehend and helps with reading fluency. Use it to change column, width for improved focus, page color so the page can be scanned with less eye strain. Ensure breaks between syllables to improve and more recognition and punctuation. You can also use this tool to read your document aloud to you. And the third is Digital Pen. If you have a touch-enabled device, the latest version of Word and other Office products lets you draw with your finger. A mouse or a digital pen for easy annotation and net taking. Lastly is Icon and SVGs, which mean Scalable Vector Graphics. Word now has a library of icons and 3D image which can be inserted into documents to make them more visually appealing and to make an impact. User can change colors and apply effects. The last topic is what is Microsoft Word used for? Now, you're ready to know or to learn how to use Microsoft Word. Use it to create many kinds of business and person documents for business or school. Microsoft Office Word is a great tool for creating business documents. Of course, you could design business and school documents from scratch, or you could get a head start using a professional design template. That's all, and I hope you learned something from my report. Bye!